Matt Sampson here with hurricane specialist Carl Parker. Carl, I want to talk a little bit about the moisture that's going on over Texas right now.
Yeah, some of the moisture that's coming into Texas is coming from what's left of Hurricane Raymond. Most of it is coming out of the Gulf of Mexico right now. That's the lion's share of the moisture, but some of it is peeling off from that system that is in the eastern Pacific and is weakening very rapidly, and you can see that on the water vapor picture. This is mid and high level moisture, and it's an important contribution because as we look at the profile of the atmosphere, there's been a lot of dry air in the mid levels of the atmosphere. So this is looking at something called the skew T, and we're following the temperature going up in the atmosphere, and we're following the dew point going up as well. And when there's a big separation between the dew point and the temperature, that means there's a lot of dry air.
Carl, one second. Will you explain to us just what the dew point is exactly?
Sure. The dew point is sort of an exact measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. At the dew point temperature, the atmosphere becomes saturated. It's actually a better measure of moisture than relative humidity, which changes depending on the temperature, but the dew points are always certain things. If it's getting into the 50s, it's starting to become humid. By the time it's in the 60s, it is humid. By the time it's in the 70s, it's very humid. So it's a really good measure of the moisture in the atmosphere. Now, this is Del Rio yesterday. We take a look at Del Rio today, and I want to show you what this does first of all to thunderstorms. So thunderstorms build up where it's more saturated. When they take on drier air, they fizzle, and this is what happened in Del Rio yesterday. Now, here's Del Rio today. Very different story. The atmosphere is saturated. The dew point and the temperature are really close together.
So why are the lines closer together?
Because moisture came in the mid-levels from Hurricane Raymond. So we're saturated going all the way up, and as a result, when thunderstorms build up into the atmosphere, they're able to sustain themselves. They last longer. Therefore, we get more rain.
Kind of like more fuel for the thunderstorms.
Exactly. The rain goes on for a longer period of time. It enhances the rainfall.
Great. Thanks, Carl.